This is 7 National News. In our top story. The UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has honoured 50 young Emirati scientists who won the Think Science Competition 2016 at a ceremony held at the Higher Colleges of Technology in Dubai on Tuesday. Organised by Emirates Youth Foundation, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed during the award ceremony stated that it is our responsibility to prepare generations for the future, and our ambitions are to have the scientists who contribute to the progress of mankind. He added that the new generations should master innovation, analysis, communication and leadership skills more than ever before. The competition is part of the Emirates Foundation's Think Science program, which aims to encourage and empower Emirati youth between the ages of 15 and 35 years. The winning projects were selected from among 235 projects that were developed and completed by more than 640 universities and high school students. The projects competed at the national level in the science categories of electrical engineering, environmental sciences and management, industrial and mechanical systems, energy, smart and safety systems, physics and chemistry, transportation, aerodynamics and aviation. The UAE announced on Tuesday that it will increase its humanitarian contributions to 15% of its projected budget for the next 4 years. Addressing a session of the World Humanitarian Summit in Istanbul, the Minister of State, Her Excellency Maytha Al-Shamsi, highlighted the plan to support people affected by humanitarian crises. In comments published by news agency WAM, she said the UAE is allocating 15% of its projected budget to humanitarian action over the 4 coming years, and by 2020, contributions to humanitarian actions will double. The summit aims to improve a global response to crises, especially in the Middle East and North Africa, where conflicts have led to more than 30 million internally displaced people and refugees. Classes for government school pupils from kindergarten to grade 2 in Dubai and the Northern Emirates will end nearly 1 month early. According to officials from the Ministry of Education, Thursday will be the last day of the academic year for the children, as well as for those in private schools that follow the government's curriculum. In Abu Dhabi, the shortened school year applies only to kindergarten pupils. Education officials added that during the examination session, which begins next week for most grades, it is common for parents of children in public schools who are in kindergarten up to grade 2 to keep them at home, as they are not issued end-of-year assessments. As such, it was decided to make it official that these children were not required to attend school. In Abu Dhabi, where public schools are operated and regulated by ADEC, children in grades 1 to 11 are required to attend classes until the academic year ends on June 23. Private schools will also continue to operate until at least June 23 for pupils and June 30 for staff. The academic calendar for grade 12 concludes when the school children complete their end-of-year assessments, which start on Sunday and end on June 9 for public schools. The Education Ministry said it would announce operating hours during Ramadan for public schools in Dubai and the Northern Emirates next week. Emirates NBD has unveiled its research findings on the banking habits and attitudes of people with disabilities in the UAE, revealing that 8 out of 10 people with disabilities have some form of relationship with banks in the country. During a press briefing at the Al Noor Training Centre in Dubai today, officials revealed their latest research in partnership with Ipsos, stating that people with special needs rely more on conventional modes of banking, preferring a branch and ATM visit as compared to online and mobile banking channels. It was also highlighted that people with disabilities feel that despite their own efforts to lead an active lifestyle, negative stereotyping still persists in society, and this has to change. A total of 225 people above 18 years of age with a varying range of disabilities were involved in the survey, which also found that the majority showed confidence in managing their own finances. Commenting on the survey, bank officials highlighted that as part of their Together Limitless advocacy program, they are currently training their staff members to bring about a change in their attitudes towards people with disabilities, while also planning to open a disabled-friendly branch in Dubai very soon.
We're making a start with one branch, our Jumeirah branch, which on 1st June will become disability-friendly. Following soon will be 5 other branches that we're adding on to this network of branches, which will cater to people with different abilities. That's just the branches. We're also launching new products and packages that will help customers with different abilities to bank with us. And we're really hoping that the entire banking industry follows us in inclusive banking. As the oldest bank in the country, we want to make sure that no customer is left behind from banking. And the idea is to try and understand their needs, their frustrations. We just did a study, independent study with Ipsos and Sustainable Square to understand the needs of people with disabilities. We got a lot of insights from the study, and we're working on how we address these requirements. And over the course of the next 12 months, we'll do a number of things to try and be more inclusive in the approach to banking.
I think once the person are working for their own rights, it's a more of a voice that could be heard on many levels. I think self-advocacy is very important for individuals with disability, and I think they always say, nothing for us without us. So we need to involve them in all aspects of changes that we want to make in Dubai, on all Dubai. So I think the more they are trained, the more they are aware of how to advocate for themselves, in the public sector, in the private sector, I think more results can be shown.
Talking about how a visit to a branch in Dubai motivated her to set up a disability-friendly group in 2014, the co-founder of Wings of Angels stated that while many steps are being taken to help people with disabilities, a visible change in social attitudes among residents is the key to ensure that Dubai truly becomes a disabled-friendly city.
First of all, the beach accessibility is great. The disability accessibility and all that. And the second thing is, I think because Emirates NBD is so big, so when they do something like this, it'll help to create a lot of awareness, and that is what is required mainly, because I feel people don't even know there's something like this that exists.
The Roads and Transport Authority opened Al Jaddaf Marine Transport Station on Tuesday, the first integrated marine station in the Emirate. Opening the new services, His Excellency Matar Al-Tayr, the Director General of the RTA, stated that the projects are part of a master plan chartered by the RTA for upgrading marine transport, which ferries about 13 million riders per annum. The station acts as a link between the Dubai Creek, Business Bay and the Dubai Water Canal, and is situated close to the Creek Metro Station and the public bus station, which is 200 metres apart. According to the RTA, it is the first marine mass transport station that has comprehensive premises for serving the various means of marine transport, including ferries, water buses, water taxis, traditional abras and the new air-conditioned abras. The station's design offers tailor-made facilities for disabled persons, and according to Al-Tayr, 12 new marine stations in the Business Bay and the Dubai Water Canal will be launched by 2018, raising the number of marine transport to 77 stations by 2020. Dubai Police have launched a campaign to combat begging during the month of Ramadan. 21 senior officers from Dubai Police will be part of the campaign, which has been launched in collaboration with the Residency and Foreigners Affairs Department, Islamic Affairs and Charitable Activities Department and Dubai Municipality. Colonel Mohammed Rashid Al-Muhairi, Director of the Tourist Police Department, was quoted in a local report stating that plainclothes police will be deployed across the Emirate to catch people who beg. According to police statistics, 312 beggars were caught during Ramadan last year, while a total of 1,549 beggars were held in 2015. Dubai Police are urging the public to report any beggars on 050-210-6969 or 800-234. Finally in the bulletin, a leading international high-end footwear fair, which is being promoted by the Association of Italian Footwear Manufacturers, has made its way to Dubai. The event, which is usually held twice a year in Milan, is a unique platform where the world meets footwear and where manufacturers, distributors, agents and representatives of footwear, bags and leather accessories converge to discover all the latest trends and fashions in the industry. The Art of Walking Shoes Stories, which is an exhibit of historical shoes, is currently open to the public at the Dubai Mall until May the 27th. On display is a selection of shoes from 2 Italian footwear museums that will guide visitors through the evolution of shoes, from simple functional objects to design and fashion icons. Officials from the exhibition also noted that Italian footwear sales have risen sharply in the UAE over the past few years, reaching approximately 135.5 million euros in 2015, increasing by 7.9% and accounting for 7.2% of the market. Despite the current geopolitical climate in the Middle East, the UAE continues to be a key destination for international shopping. Italian brands are popular for their superior comfort and unique elegance by residents and by the large flow of tourists coming not only from the Gulf countries, but also from Russia, China, India, and Western countries.
We are today introducing the 82nd edition of MICAM, which is the largest shoe trade fair in the world, taking place in Milano in Italy next September, and presenting to the world the latest fashion trends for the shoe industry. We're also showcasing some historical shoes here today from 2 important footwear museums in Italy, in order to present to Dubai for the first time all our past knowledge on how to make great shoes and how to please people without made in Italy shoes.
This year we're really obsessed with the demi loafer, and I think that's because of the Gucci effect at the minute. Gucci has been just such a key topic from a fashion perspective. They've really reinvented themselves. They're really bringing kind of an eclectic spirit back to women's wear. So their demi loafer is very iconic, and it's really inspired a lot of open back footwear that is taking hints from formal wear. So whether it's brogues and whether it's kind of pointy patent flats, and looking at them being kind of a slip-on style. So hybrids of casual and formal wear is very, very key for this season. So technology, there's kind of 2 big ideas there. One is the prototyping innovations and making things much quicker. So 3D printing is allowing brands to prototype a lot more easily, which means speed to market in fast fashion is becoming much snappier and much more quicker. And we can see things coming from the catwalk to the retailers at a much faster pace because of that. But also technology and fabrication, so surface pattern being reinvented through digital printing, through projections even. There's sneakers now that you can project images onto because there's kind of fine integrated technology in the fabric. So lots of exciting things happening from a technology perspective.